Unfavorable matchup. This game has just turned around.
Hello!
Hello.
Hi!
Is my mic okay?
Oh, it sounds good, sounds good. Okay, welcome everyone once again. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different because the usual co-caster slash analyst is actually playing the match tonight. And I brought an old friend, an old caster as well that we did some cast together last season. It's Cabbageoflove!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
When was the last cast that we did together? Was it like the
I
fruit
think it might have
salad
been
one?
TMG as well.
Oh really?
I don't know, man.
It
It was ages many months ago.
Yeah, it was like 2016, so it's so last year. Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, tonight we've got a pretty interesting match lined up. It's gonna be TCF, the Chess Foundation, going up against TMG, the Mighty Gibuses, of course, for those of you who have been following us last season as well. TMG, they were the champions of the Div 3 bracket, so that is something very impressive. And here they are, being pushed up into brackets of the Div 2s, so that is pretty impressive.
It is, yeah.
So, they do have the players slowly making their way into the server. I do believe TMG have called on a Merc, I think.
Oh, Isabus is in the roster.
Oh, Isabus in the roster, right. So
I just don't think he was supposed to play.
Ah, okay. I think he took over Combustion, yeah. So I'll have to do some slight changes to the spec bind, but it's all gonna be fine. Yeah, so, I mean, what do you remember about TMG?
Oh, they beat us? So they're pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, they are. Have you been following their matches so far? I mean, there's only been week 2.
They're like, I'm friends with them, man. I don't think they told me preseason that their scrim results weren't very satisfying.
So, I mean, yeah.
But I think it was the same from the last season. They improved a lot near the end, so
Yeah, that's true.
maybe we won't see much from them today, but I think they'll make it to playoffs.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, they definitely have improved drastically over the course of their Div 3 career, and now here they are in the Div 2 bracket. Of course, we have the Chess Foundation, TCF. They have some old players, you know, old names coming up from BRG as well. There's like iFun, there's Lurl, and pretty much that's it actually. But I mean, you know, they still carry that BRG legacy. And of course, for those of you who do remember BRG, man, and TMG, oh, their week 1 matchup it was intense. It was so intense.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. It was
watched it live.
amazing.
That was good.
Oh yeah, it was crazy amazing. And I'm not too sure what's going on right now inside the server. They're just
they're rolling, man. It's
right. Yeah, they're just rolling. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Why don't you go through the roster for TMG?
Alright, on TMG for scouts we have Sync and Deadstar, who is also the leader. For Roamer we have Asibus, Pocket Killed, Medic, Rust. Wait, is he still called Rust? And Devilman T.
Yep, so that is going to be the roster for TMG. Of course, we're going to go through the roster for TCF now, the Chess Foundation. iFun is going to be the Medic, Demoman is going to be Lurl, our 2 solos, the Roamer and Pocket respectively are going to be Kotori as well as Itachi. Xiang Bro and Vedia, those are going to be our 2 scouts for TCF. So of course, TCF, you know, despite only retaining 2 members of the BRG players, they did bring in some pretty, you know, some pretty hard hitters as well. You know, Vedia is a pretty well-known scout, I would say. Is pretty decent. Of course, he is my co-caster as well, so no biasness there. But still, yeah, I mean, they do have pretty hard-hitting players. Of course, TMG, you know, they are hard hitters themselves, dominating the Div 3 bracket last season. They did take home that lovely gold medal, and yeah. Yeah, but you know, it's probably going to be a pretty interesting match tonight, you know, between TCF as well as TMG. I believe we can just hop in the server straight away and just wait for them to start.
Who's Kotori? I've never seen him.
I honestly have no idea as well, but I do think I've actually seen him play in Pugs. But apart from that, I don't think I did any coverage last season where he was in a team. But yeah, I mean, the TCM players, no questions, they are definitely good at the game. TMG, of course, same thing going on. Does look like that they're just waiting on one player each for both sides. For TCF, I think they're waiting for... Who are they even waiting for? They're waiting for Itachi, right? And for the other side, they're just waiting on AsiaFortress, who left.
Yeah, he said BRB in chat.
Alright. Yeah, so just waiting on those two players to come back, and then we can start the match proper. So right now, everyone's just having their pre-game DM as usual. Cabbage, do you have any predictions coming out?
Okay, I support TMG, but I think right now I think TCF is better. Skill-wise, they're about even, but it's just that I think lower team has. I think most of them has had more than one. Pretty new, I guess. Oh, my mic. Okay.
Yeah, your mic getting a little bit fading in and out. But yeah, I mean, not too sure in terms of predictions though. TMG, of course, they have improved drastically, and of course their players are, they're top in the Div 3. They're coming into Div 2. I'm not too sure what went down for their Week 1 matches. I
believe they won.
Oh, they won.
Kotori as well, yeah.
Oh snap! Right, so this is probably going to be an interesting match. For Vedia's side, I'm not too sure about their scores as well. I'm gonna go take a quick look at the brackets to see what they did.
Also, based on past scrim results, I think based on the times these two teams have scrimmed each other, historically TCF has done better again. We have that to go on.
So just once again, just waiting for all those lovely people to ready up, and I do think we have 6 on each side. So it's just waiting for Rust, Sync, Ace, iPhone, as well as Vedia. So that is going to be who's left to ready up. In the meantime, I do believe, yeah, my co-caster is gonna sort out his microphone issues, but it's gonna be fine. So. Once again, welcome for those of you who are just joining us. This is going to be the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11 Div 2 bracket. Today is, of course, the Week 2 matches. We are going to be having TCF, that is the Chess Foundation, going up against TMG, the Mighty Gibuses, they're, of course, the champions of last season's Div 3 matches. And just waiting on them to ready up. And tonight, the casters, of course, will be myself as well as Cabbageoflove. We have casted games before together last season. Vedia, of course, cannot make it because he is that scout that is currently playing the game right here. He is currently a sniper, so I'm gonna have to look out to his for his plays later on. And yeah, in the meantime, just enjoy watching everyone frag each other.
Hey guys!
Oh, sounding good, sounding good.
Alright, that's good then.
Yeah. That's nice, good job, your mic has been sorted out. Right, so just waiting on the final 4 people to ready up. Vedia, Itachi, Mean Machine, who is iFun, as well as Killed. I do believe those are just the remaining people who have yet to ready up. But yeah, once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, I'm repeating myself, welcome once again to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11, Week 2 Div 2 matchups. This is going to be the Mighty Gibuses going head to head against the Chess Foundation. Both teams have all their players in and ready to go. Gotta go through the rosters once again really quickly. For the side of the Chess Foundation, that is TCF. The medic is going to be iFun, currently Meme Machine is going to be the medic for the side of the Chess Foundation. Low is going to be the demo man. Kotori going to be following up as the Sully the Roma for the side of TCF. We will have the Pocket Itachi right now. And of course we will have those scouts who are going to be Xiangbro as well as Vedia. For the side of TMG, we will be having Deadstar and Sinky. Those are our scouts for tonight. The Pocket is going to be Killed. The Roma is going to be AsiaFortress. And Teehee is going to be our demo man, with the lovely Medicine Man going to be Rusty once again. So that is going to be rosters for both sides. Just going to be waiting for everyone to ready up before we can start the match proper. In terms of predictions, honestly not too sure about how it's going to go down. I just took a quick look at the challenge brackets for TCF. They pretty much dominated during the week 1 matches as well, taking the first match 5-0 and the second match 4-0. So I'm pretty sure these two teams going head to head against each other, they are going to be pretty similarly matched. So we're probably going to see some really close matchups for tonight. We will be having 2 maps being played as well. The first map, of course, being CP Process, which is what we are currently looking at. And the second map will be CP Gully Wash. So, of course, CP Process, as mentioned before, you know, the final points, lots of room for scouts to maneuver about. Mid-fights, of course, going to be pretty exciting with lots of solis and scouts and demomans even flying everywhere. And I guess it just boils down to mid-fight as well. If it's going to be a full wipe, it's pretty much an easy push all the way to Spire. So that is probably what we're going to be looking out for. In terms of players to look out for this match, I do believe Teehee, of course, is going to be a pretty annoying demo man for TCF. We have been seeing his rollouts as well prior season, where he just rolls out to mid extremely quickly compared to the other teams that he's going up against. He just rains down those stickies onto everyone. So that is going to be a something to worry about for TCF.
I'm hoping to see Sinky Snipe as well.
Oh, Sinky Snipes, yeah, that's right.
He had the drop on TMG, I mean, Fury and Rail Flashing.
Oh, we are going to be going live right now. This is just the pre-setup, so everyone's going to be swapping out. We're going to be following Teehee for his rollout for this time around. Going to be live on the next restart. So once again, this is going to be TCF heading up against TMG for the Div 2 Week 2 brackets. And we are live. Going to be following Teehee for his rollout. That is going to be the demo man for the Mighty Gibuses. Fairly standard rollout going to be coming up from Teehee, landing that ramp slide relatively well, and then the sticky jump all the way to mid. He is reaching slightly behind Low.
Same time as Low.
Yeah, around the same time as Low. Low already going to be on the left side flank, going to be spamming out his stickies all the way on choke. The scouts, of course, are going to be up top. Medic Mean Machine going to try to keep his teammates up and healthy. The Solid Bomb coming up from AsiaFortress is right up top. He does get denied and bounce back though. Aggressive bomb coming in from Itachi. Tries to get the pick down on the Medic and does so successfully with the cow mangler. The Medic, of course, getting disintegrated on the mid fight. But the TCF players, they're dropping so many players as well. Lovely mid-air pipe coming out from Low. Absolutely demolishing the players right there. And iFun already all the way at last. The only person out going to be Low at the front line. So midpoint still up for grabs with the players from TMG standing on it as we speak. No idea what went down during the mid-fight. TCF seemed to be doing extremely well, and then all of a sudden they just seem to drop so many players. And Kotori going to be coming out from behind, going to try to get the pick down on the Meg, but not too successful. Midpoint, of course, still up for grabs. Kotori rotating inside sewers. Has his sights onto Ace, where he tosses out some devastating rockets, getting him a little bit low. Down to the double digits, aggressive bomb once again. Kotori just flying in, but getting denied. Oh,
2 players in that trap there. Vitia and Kotori.
Very good pop coming up from Teehee. Those sticky traps laying waste to the players of TCF. But TMG, the aggressive bomb once again from Acer is just trying to fly in and get kills down into anyone. He's going to rotate into Suez coming in from behind.
They forced.
Oh yeah, the TCF players are going to get forced. And oh, iFun eats a rocket straight to his face. He's going to be finished off right there at choke. 2 players down, make that 3 players down for the side of TCF with the full roster up for TMG. Midpoint is going to go into the hands of TMG. We do still have a couple of players inside Suez. They are going to be flanking around. Kotori going to be coming from behind, gets the sights onto the Demo Man, tries to get the air shot but misses. He does finish off the Demo Man in the end, so that is Teehee biting the dust. TMG players are still going to be pushing forward onto Spire. They are a little bit spread thin though. We got a couple of players just inside Boiler. Acer is going to be inside Boiler, going to finish off Xiang Bro right there all alone. And TMG players are going to be flying in with that Uber popped. Acer tries to get the air shot but misses on Itachi. Itachi of course still alive, going to be retreating all the way back into last. And I don't know, TCF, they're just on their back foot right now. Vaccinator is going to be used by TCF, going to try to negate as much damage as possible. And they're just on the back foot at the last point. TMG just holding strong and aggressive, going to be pushing forward. Acer is going to be finished off and punished for overextending. Itachi, of course, with that cow mangle, going to try to push forward and deny anybody of the TMG players from coming in. So they does look like they are going to recapture Spire.
I think Kotori did really well there to TMG's Uber. He made them Uber early, so they're going to push it to last and then he's going to go around and let.
Oh, sticky traps once again by Teehee.
Launched him.
Just absolutely decimating the people. Rusty, of course, in the sights of Will, trying to get the picks down, and he does so successfully. TMG are going to be dropping 4 players as we speak. The Scout's going to try to go to work, and they do so relatively successfully. Going to try to take out as many people as possible. Deadstar with his pistol.
Oh, they're turning it around, yeah.
Oh, the comeback coming up from TMG. Deadstar and Acer, of course, on the front lines. Going to try to deny as many people as possible. And TCF, man, once again, they've yet to capture the midpoint. Acer is going to try to get the picks down onto the medic, but that Vaccinator gets destroyed! Oh, Acerus with his rockets coming out. And midpoint does look like it's still in the hands of TMG, with TCF, of course, currently still on the back foot. The Scout going to get finished off. That is going to be Vedia down. And just so many players dropping.
I'm really surprised TMG managed that because they didn't have a medic.
Yeah.
Players down. It's like Deadstar and Ace against 4 there, and they managed to pull it off.
Yeah, they worked together extremely well during that fight. And TCF, man, they're on the back foot. 25 minutes and 40 seconds counting down for the server time. Of course, nobody has yet to capture any points as of yet, though. TCF, of course, going to be on their back foot at the last point. Still running that Vaccinator. Not too sure if it's a viable option now.
Yeah,
Uber
TMG
gonna
has
be ready.
full advantage.
Yeah, full Uber going to be ready for the side of TMG. Does look like they're just getting everyone buffed up before they decide to push in. The Heavy is going to be spawned for the side of TCF. Uber gets popped. They're going to straight away just start immediately decimating that Heavy. Uber still being flashed about. Sticky still on point, currently still in play. Itachi going to be on the point as well. Going to try to take down as many people as he can with that Cow Mangler. The medic's still alive and well. Rusty does manage to back out somehow. And oh, the fizzles coming out from the Cow Mangler. Itachi doing short work of the players who are trying to push in. And TCF somehow managed to deny that Uber push.
Yeah, the Heavy didn't do a lot there, I think, but I feel like TMG was just too spread out. They weren't focusing down their targets.
Yeah.
Too much, yeah. Like everyone on TCF were really lit, but they died.
Yeah, they didn't just focus and destroy everyone down. The medic, of course, currently still on Vaccinator. TCF do recapture that Spire. The sticky traps do get spotted out by Itachi, so he does try to remove it for the safety of his medic. Everyone is going to be really low, though. Everyone's in the red, but the medic going to try his best to keep them up for the side of TMG, and does so relatively well. Rusty going to keep everyone alive. Kotori going to get finished off by killed. And once again, TCF, they're just backing out to try and defend the Spire with TMG players. The Scouts just rushing in. Deadstar going to try to get the picks down onto the medic, but gets denied.
Overextending there, and his team wasn't there to back him up.
Sinky going to try to come in. The Fascinator gets popped. Going to try to defend as many people as possible. Uber gets popped as well. They're going to try to do the cleanup. Itachi going to eat lots of damage coming up from Sinky. Sinky whipping out the pistol. Going to try to finish the job, but Itachi does back out. He is going to get finished off inside the boiler room. Vedia gets destroyed by the Iron Bomber, and Spire does look like it's still in the hands of TCF.
The problem there was that when TMG popped, they didn't have a scout. The soldier and Demo Mac didn't do much by themselves, which is why that didn't go so well.
Another mid fight going to be underway. Itachi going to try to spam the damage down onto the medic. The medic going to eat quite a bit of spam, getting taken out to the double digits, but he's going to be fine, retreating all the way back out to choke.
Kotori's on the flank here. He is in IT by himself.
Kotori going to be coming from behind.
He hits a huge air shot on him.
Deadstar gets destroyed. Kotori does get denied as well. Sinky doing a good job of defending his medic. Medic, of course, for the side of TMG, going to have that full uber charge ready, so pretty sure we are going to see a counter push coming in. There we go. The Solis are going to try to be rushing in as we speak. But very carefully though, despite having that full uber charge, they know they're going up against a Vaccinator, so it should be relatively easy. Itachi destroys himself right there. Gets fizzled, that crack fizzle pop from the Cow Mangler. So Uber of course has faded. Vaccinator still ready and in the hands of TCF, and that is going to be Deadstar getting finished off inside the IT. They're going to try to finish off the Soli inside sewers. I do believe that is Killed, who is currently still behind enemy lines. Vaccinator will be popped for the side of TCF. And Low going to be really low, rotating back around.
Kotori's behind. Kotori's on them behind. And no one sees
no one sees Kotori. He's going to jump onto the medic straight away, but he's not landing his shots. Oh, it would have been a huge pick for TCF, but he just didn't quite land his shot. The aggressive Soli bomb going to be coming in. Going to try to get the picks down onto the medic, but once again the Vaccinator is just going to save his life. Aggressive bomb once again. The medic going to try to surf his way to safety. Mean Machine is definitely a mean machine. Instead, Itachi going to get traded to get the base for us. And ooh, it does look like Deadstar.
Yeah, Rusty goes down
the point
there. TMG lost the medic just now.
Yep, so that is going to be quite a sizable number down for the side of TMG. Going to be a scout battle inside Boiler. The scout just bouncing about Deadstar, finally, eventually getting finished off. And there we go. There is going to be a Spire back into the hands of TCF. Mid-fight going to be underway once again. Vedia going to get that Vaccinator popped onto himself. Going to try to push all the TMG players back. And I do believe Rusty's using Crit Creek this time around, so that is going to be something that the players for the side of TCF have to look out for. Mid-fight going to be underway once again. Kotori going to jump the medic straight away, gets the pick down. Huge bomb coming out from Kotori, going to decimate the players right there. And the Spire does look like it's going to go uncontested into the hands of TCF.
Yeah, Kotori managed to separate the medic from the rest of the team, so the team just basically had a fight without a medic for TMG, allowing them to
huge play coming out from Kotori. There we go. They are going to be stacking the point. Stinky's already placed onto the point by Lil. Oh, but they're dropping quite a number of players. Lil going to try his best to spam out those
TMG
Stinkies.
medic is dead again as well, though.
Acer is going to be dead as well. They're just trying to fight on the point. Heavy has been spawned, and the only people up going to be Low as well as Itachi.
They should be fine.
Low going to get finished off Itachi. It's time to back out. 58 health. Just going to run all the way back. Going to try to rocket jump away, but the scout is going to try to chase him down and finish him off. 3 health! And he does get finished off by Sinky in the end. And oh man. I mean, that final push, it could have gone into their favor. Not too sure what went down though.
I think they went too fast. I think they should have just shut down the group, but they pushed in like 3x3 instead of together as a unit. So they weren't as strong, because I think right now chess is like their 6v6 fights are better, but TMG is better at the smaller skirmish type fights.
Yep. Bit of a shame. That could have been a point into the hands of TCF, and once again here we are on the last point push. Heavy's still up and well, trying to get spammed down. Vedia going to take out those stickies on the point, going to try to get some capture time, going to put some pressure onto the players of TMG. That is going to be so many people dropping for TCF. Really well. Oh my goodness, that is not looking up for TCF at all.
That was very well done by TMG. I don't think, the problem there was they couldn't focus the Heavy down. From there on.
That is a huge shame. I mean, 2 attempted pushes coming up from TCF and they just fall flat on their faces. TMG, of course, doing a very good job of defending last. And here we go, they're coming in with those bombs. And Kill just going to be reloading and jumping back to get some heals from his medic. Acer is going to try to flank around and get some picks down. Going to rocket jump straight away. Has his sights on Kotori, who is once again trying to bomb the medic. Gets quite a lot of damage done. He forces that crit screen, so that is going to be quite a big deal for TCF. That is going to be the crit screen gone 14% and counting, with currently iFun back on the Medigun. Currently going to build up his charge as soon as possible. The charges for the side of Crit Screen going to be built up about relatively the same, so it's going to be something that they have to look out for. Going to have to look out for those sticky snipes as well coming out from T-He. So Crit Screen currently still run on the side of TMG. Midpoint went into the hands of TMG once again. And just, oh, this is, I mean, TCF, man, those final pushes just...
They're grouping up in IT right now. They have a slight Uber. No, they don't have.
Oh, there we go. Uber gonna get popped, and so of course, Medic gonna try to milk with that crit squeak as much as he can. He is gonna get finished off, so that is gonna be a huge pick. TMG gonna be dropping 3 players, with TCF dropping 3 of their own as well. He gonna be trying to spam out. Itachi gonna do a good job of defending his Medic. And Mean Machine iFun still gonna be alive. Itachi gonna try to take down the Demo Man as well, and with the help of Veria does so successfully. Midpoint gonna go back into the hands of TCF, with TMG going through a full wipe.
Yeah, that was just a case of Uber against crit squeak. There was nothing TMG could do.
Yep, so with that Uber, they just decisively destroyed the Medic and just did the cleanup after that. And
Mean Machine managed to live as well, so they have a full advantage.
Oh yeah, that is going to be huge. So it is going to be 75% on the Uber charge into the hands of TCF.
Yeah, they're sacking for Mean Machine right now. It's jumping in.
Yeah, they're gonna get pushed out. Oh, Deadstar gonna get finished off by the stickies coming up from low. Video doing a good job of finishing off AsiaFortress as well. They currently do have a number at, so then they do have the overcharge as well. Kotori gonna get finished off with the attempted flank once again. And oh, so many players for the side of TMG gonna be in the red. Veria gonna try to go in to finish off the Medic, but the Medic is gonna rotate back around into the resub and grab that health. They do still have that heavy. They are gonna be running another heavy. They do still have that Uber as well, so this is gonna be something that TMG have to look out for, unless they get a successful pick onto iFun. But it doesn't look like that the players for the side of TCF want to contest this, despite having that slide Uber at.
And Russ is gonna get his Uber now, so TMG.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a bit of a problem for both sides. There is gonna be a sniper. Deadstar gonna be a sniper for the side of TMG. Gonna try to get those snipes down.
Just sniper was split second there.
Yeah. He's gonna be watching that down inside.
Kotori
jumping in gets. Oh, that is gonna be huge, absolutely huge for TCF. Aggressive solid bomb from Kill gonna be coming in, gonna try to get a pin down onto the Medic. Medic of course does live to see another day. Uber gonna go into the hands of TCF. They're gonna come in and do the cleanup. Uber gonna get popped straight away inside the boiler. That's gonna be flying in, gonna try to take down as many people as possible. Itachi gonna try to toss out all the damage coming in from the Cowman. Got the Medic just jumping around onto the point. TCF not doing anything at all with this push. It's so disappointing. Deadstar gonna be at the front line trying to go toe to toe against Xiaobro and takes him down. What went on? Oh my goodness, TCF.
TCF definitely popped the Uber a bit early. They popped it before they even went to point. So when they went into the actual last itself, they had about only 40%. So they could use it to be maximum. And I think that was down to,
Kotori's on last! Oh! He gets finished off in the end. Acer is going to be all the way and taking the resub inside spawn, so huge
TMG
shame.
should be pushing out now. They have a mana advantage and they really kept it on.
Oh yeah, so the point still lays into the hands of TCF. TMG players yet to finish capping that point. Low going to be tossing out those stickies. Uber charge going to be ready for the side of TMG. Rusty going to have that shiny Uber up and ready. Acer is going to be around, and Spy goes back into the hands of TMG. Acer is going to get finished off face to face. Yeah, Uber is going to be popped for the side of TCF as well as TMG. And just Uber trades and just backing out. So once again, 14 minutes and 45 seconds counting down for the server times.
This is intense. 0
points for both sides. I mean, TCF has had, you know, multiple attempted pushes on last. Oh, iFun gonna eat quite a bit of spam, but he's gonna be fine. He is gonna be alone at the front line, so it's gonna be a little bit dangerous if someone decides to bomb him. He is gonna be a little bit out of place. We do still have. Oh, Rusty! Ooh, Xiangbro comes in from the flag and finishes him off. He does trade for the Medic, but that is a pretty decent trade. Full ad goes into the hands of iFun, but you know, no players up for the side of TCF at that moment in time.
It definitely feels like TCF has been the more dominant team right now. It's just having trouble with the last quarters.
Yeah, I mean, they have been dominating, as you said. It's just a matter of... oh, the ping coming out from... oh my goodness, kills. Absolutely flying across everyone and finishing off iFun right there. That is going to be the Medic down, but Rusty just spawning in together with the rest of his team. He is going to be running that North stock Medigun. And it doesn't matter, Veria comes in and negates that Uber ad. And wow, just the Medic picks coming out from both sides. They're just totally negating the Medics. I mean, not too sure what's going on, if it's just the teams, you know, doing a huge job of just picking the Medics, or just the teams not doing a good job of defending their own.
I feel like both teams' roamers have been playing quite well, AsiaFortress and Kotori.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really pushing a
definitely.
lot of pressure on the medics on Ivy side.
Midpoint goes back into the hands of TCF once again. Current score is still 0-0, 13 minutes, a little over 13 minutes counting down for the server time. Sticky traps right there, but yet to be detonated, so TE doesn't quite get any kills as of yet. Slide Uber into the hands of TCF though, 52 going up against Rusty's 38 counting up. And Spire does look like TMG not too keen on contesting the Spire fight.
And we've got double sniper coming in.
Oh, this is not going to be looking good for TCF. They're not going to be expecting two snipers at the same time. They're just watching both sides shutter as well as the boiler room. No, Sinky does swap back out. Oh, headshot coming out, taking out Itachi straight away. Uber is going to be popped on the side of TCF though. Just not much getting done. Just, there we go. Oh, I take that back though. They're stacking the point. Wow. I mean, TMG, why did they not contest that?
I think we were trying to hold out a bit longer, but it did not happen when Greens pushed in, and then I think they got a bit too greedy. We were trying to keep Rusta alive. They should have just stepped on the point just to be sure, you know.
Yeah, so big shame, but first point of course will go into the hands of TCF. Falling low for his rollout. He's going to reach mid and start spamming straight away. The Solis and the other players are going to start coming in. I do believe Kotori is all the way behind.
Yeah, he's
once again.
in IT right now.
Yeah, he's going to be in IT, going to be flanking around, going to try to get a pick down into the medic. He's going to try to toss out some rockets, going to try to finish off anyone at all. He's going to rotate into sewers once again. Going to keep the camera onto Kotori for now.
He is watching the other side right now.
Oh.
He versus Kotori now.
Yeah, he does get quite some damage done onto Kotori, but sticky traps, oh, it doesn't really matter anymore. TE gonna get finished off by Kotori. The medic, of course, still alive for both sides. Uber was popped for the side of TCF. Do have a relatively worse Uber compared to TMG players. TMG players gonna have that upper hand during the mid fight right there. AsiaFortress gonna be just spawning in, killed. Gonna try to finish off the scout. Does so successfully with that shotgun. And midpoint does look like it's going to in the hands of TMG.
Yeah, and we see again TMG just doing better in those smaller non-2-6 fights.
Yep, so Kill gonna just toss
I mean,
out
they did have the better Uber as well.
Itachi gonna try to use that calm angle low, gonna finish off AsiaFortress right there with those stickies. And TMG players are gonna be backing out a little bit, not too keen on pushing in. Everyone's gonna be spread thin though. Itachi tries to get the shots down onto the medic. The medic gonna rotate back into Sue with that health pack. Vedia is going to get finished off. Acefer gets finished off as well. Deadstar going down as well. Ubers are going to be relatively equal, both at about roughly 90 as we speak. And Uber is going to go into the hands of TCF first. I don't know if they want to rush in straight away. Solid bomb kill. Going to try to get the ping down into the medic, but the Uber gets popped. And TMG just milking that Uber charge.
They have the better Uber right now, yeah.
Ooh.
They're not capitalizing on it. They're just really down.
Yeah, they just popped to save themselves. Kotori once again gonna be behind, but he gets finished off. And Spire is still in the hands of TCF. No,
yeah,
the dry push.
Right
Dry push gonna be coming in. AsiaFortress is gonna try to get the bomb down. Gonna just push those players back. And Spire goes in the hands of TMG.
That was definitely the right call, because we had 2 players down. That was a good idea, but that was good game sense by TMG to check the scoreboard and see that. That's a man advantage.
Yeah, a little under 10 minutes counting down for the server time. Score currently is 0-1 in favor of TCF. TMG players just going to be hanging out back. They do have a slight Uber ad. I do believe it will be negligible since the players for TCF, they are going to be building their charge up as well. Everyone going to be in the green for the side of TMG. It does look like they want to push in with this Uber charge, but I'm not too sure if they're aware that TCF has been building and Ubers are going to be equal. There they go. They do pop their Uber charge out. They're going to be pushing in. Uber gets traded. I'm not too sure if they were aware that TCF was building that Uber charge. So, Scout going to try to be standing on the point.
Let's start getting a lot of time on the point, yeah.
Yep, Deadstar going to get finished off. That's going to put quite a lot of pressure onto TCF. They have to keep their eye onto the point as well. See the Soli Acer is going to be coming in. They're going to try to get those get the capture time going up. But, shoddy push coming from TMG though. Drops so many players. The only person up going to be Rusty, who is going to be backing out all the way to mid. Spire is going to go into the hands of TCF. Uber ad relatively equal because Rusty did make it out alive. So that is probably the silver lining for TMG. Spire once again goes back into the hands of TCF. 8 minutes and 30 seconds counting down. Another mid fight is probably going to be underway.
And the Romans trading each other there in IT.
Itachi gonna eat quite a lot of spam. Kotori gonna get finished off. TMG dropping so many players once again. The both scouts gonna get taken down, killed. Gonna jump away to safety. And just the players coming out from TCF just dominating that mid fight, just destroying people one by one, forcing TMG players out onto their Spire. Ubers are gonna be equal once again. And not too sure if they decide to push in with equal Ubers though. Sticky Trap's gonna be spotted out by Vede. Uber gets popped and traded straight away. Vede gonna be flanking around and find the picks onto the players who aren't Flash. He is gonna get finished off in the end. Kotori gonna be inside. The IT gonna get some pretty crazy rockets down onto AsiaFortress. But apart from that, the push has been negated by TMG. Kotori, of course, currently still behind enemy lines.
He gets finished off.
Yeah, will be finished off inside IT. And TCF, man, going back all the way to Spire. 7 minutes and 30 seconds counting down once again. And midpoint goes back into the hands of TMG.
But the Ubers are even. So we might have a stalemate situation here. But I mean, both teams so far have been really willing to just trade Ubers and just push and wrap and have a stalemate.
Yep, they have been doing relatively very well. Itachi goes
aggressive, yeah.
Oh, Deadstar gonna get finished off. Aggressive shots gonna be coming out onto T. He's gonna eat quite a lot of damage, but he's gonna be flying, going back all the way together. There's a medic. Kotori once again flying. No, not Kotori. Itachi gonna be flying all the way behind. He's still behind them. Gonna try to get the pings down onto anyone at all, but he does get spotted and finished off by the Solly. Kotori gonna go toe to toe, getting that crazy air shot, crucial air shot, denying the Solly from bombing his medic. And both medics do pop that Uber, and nothing done. Mid fight still up for grabs. Midpoint still currently the players for TCF still standing on it. Kotori gonna eat quite a bit of damage from the scout. He's gonna be taken down really low. Finishes himself off with that rocket jump, trying to attempt to jump to safety. And TCF going back once again. AsiaFortress currently behind enemy lines. Just want to point that out. He's going to be inside the lowest shutter at the final point. He's going to try to toss out those rockets onto Lurl, but he gets finished off and denied in the end. Lurl doing a good job of destroying Acer right there. So midpoint and Spire going into the hands of TMG. TCF, man, currently on their back foot at the last point.
At least the Ubers are good for them.
Yeah, that is probably the silver lining. Kotori gonna be a sniper now. Both scouts currently still playing their respective roles. Kotori gonna be a sniper, gonna be watching Shutter as well as the boiler room, just flicking in between those two sides. Uber gonna be ready for the side of TMG very shortly. And Sticky Trap's gonna be laid out on the Shutter side as well. I don't think they're too keen on pushing in as of yet. They should be aware that both sides do have that Uber charge, so it's probably going to be up to Kotori to get any picks at all.
Or AsiaFortress to make a good bomb.
Oh yeah, that's true. Or AsiaFortress to get a good bomb and get the force down once again. I do believe the shutters will be opening shortly with people coming in from there. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Kotori almost gets the shot down. He does know where the Solly and the medic are, and he does get spotted, so he's just going to get the...
AsiaFortress is coming in right now. He doesn't know where the medic is.
Oh, Asa gonna spot the medic, gonna get the force down. Oh, he will be finished off, but that is gonna be the Uber forced. And really TMG good. Are playing this really smart. They're backing out and trying to milk this as long as they can, but it's not really working towards in their favor. I may be wrong. They're just gonna be pushing in with what's left of that Uber charge. The medic, of course, still alive. iFun gonna be on the side, just tossing out arrows to keep his players alive. He will get finished off. Lil gonna be on the point, going toe to toe against everyone else. The two scouts gonna try to back him up. Sinky gonna be up top inside. Secret gonna be rotating around, and that may be his final resting ground though. He is still alive. Gonna be on the point and finally getting finished off. So that is gonna be another botched push for
TMG. Should have won that, and I think that was not Sinky's fault. He should have stayed with demo and medic, but instead he went for the enemy medic, even though he would use this Uber. So he's not really worth as much. So it would have been way better if he had just stayed next to Rust and T to protect them.
But bright side, I mean, they did get that medic pick, and Rusty, of course, will have.
Yeah,
that
they have the Uber now.
Which... Yep. And
I do think they could have finished it off right there if he had decided to stay with.
We do have a couple of fake Ubers being called out, so not too sure if they're just for the side of TCF going to try to scare them, make them think they're running back or something. Does look like they intend to try to do something from Boiler Room. They're just going to be pushing in. There is going to be a sentry on the left side. It is going to be watching there. It's still up and it's just proving a nuisance. It is going to be eventually pushed off, killed. Yep, Uber is going to be popped for the side of TMG. Going to try to bomb about. He has his sights onto the medic. The medic going to be singled out and finished off. That is going to be heals down.
This is good.
TCF.
This is good.
TMG gonna try to spam out all those damage. Killed gonna be the only one up. It's gonna be Loyal going face to face against the rest of the players, and it's gonna be a full wipe for TMG. Oh my goodness, that push. What even happened? What even happened? They got the pick on the medic and they just couldn't follow up with the cleanup. And oh, I mean, it's just a huge shame. TMG players, they will still get that forward spawn though. All their players get the forward spawn. And TCF do eventually capture that Spire. So that is going to be a little bit of breathing room for TCF. And Ulo going to eat so much damage, taking out Deadstar with that pipe mid-air. And Kotori going to be trying to flank around, coming in from IT. He has his sights on his teammates getting the arrow coming out from iFun. But apart from that, IT going to be a little bit of a spam fest. Young Bro going to get taken down alongside AsiaFortress. Mid-fight going to be underway once again. The medic going to get singled out. He's going to be in a very bad place. Kotori has his sights on him. He finally finishes him off with 4 health in his health reserves. Midpoint going to go back into the hands of TCF. 2 minutes and 25 seconds counting down. If TMG want to tie this map, they have to move extremely quickly. Because at the rate it's looking, it's not really looking up for TMG after all.
Bunch of spectators joining the server. Yeah, TMG, they're running out of time.
Yeah, it's going to be a race against the clock for TMG.
The Uber
TCF
situation is not looking good either.
it's not looking good at all. I mean, ooh, what's going on for TMG? Comby going to be coming in for the side of TMG. That's going to be the Solly coming in from
the Uber pop.
Yep, the roasted Solly. So Uber is going to be popping touch. He's going to try to take down anyone at all. A little bit of capture time going up, but TMG doing a very good job of defending at that final point. Once again, ooh, the medic with the rust out that Uber saw.
Oh my god.
Vedia going toe to toe, going to finish off quite a number of people. Solly going to bite the dust as well. The only person up going to be the Scout trying to contest the battle. The Solly going to try to be jumping in, and there we go. Another point goes into the hands of TCF.
Dude, I think this is it, man.
This is probably it. I mean, 1 minute is a bit of a shame. I mean, TMG during that final point push, they could have, they could have gotten that point.
Yeah, that could have. It was so close.
Yeah, but I don't know what went down. TMG just didn't pull through, despite having such a, much better.
They killed medic early on.
Yeah, they even got the medic pick. So I mean, it's just not looking up. Not looking up. I mean, then again, this is just the first map. So next map, of course, is going to be CP Gully Wash. Currently, the scores are 2-0 in favor of the Chess Foundation. Mid-fight is going to be going underway. 42 seconds counting down. This is pretty much just trash time. Everyone's just doing the DM logs. Comby going to be jumping in, going to get the pick onto a couple of people. Well, he does finish himself off in the end. So this, Comby coming in and just showing you that he's here to play. And good DM coming out.
I think TCF definitely played better. I think there was a clear difference there. It wasn't just. I think that the squad doesn't really match. I think it would have been because for most of the match, I think that the Chess Foundation had TMG against their backs there.
Yeah.
They had a lot of last pushes that just didn't work out. Overall, like over that last, they played better.
Yeah. So I mean TMG. They have, there were fights where they were so dominating and just absolutely wiping the floor with TCF. But I mean, TCF have the main thing about TCF is that they have been successful in the final pushes, despite having a couple of bad ones, where they don't make the point. But I mean, TMG.
They just simply had more, so they had a high chance of succeeding because they just had so much more than TMG did.
So gonna take a quick look at the logs right now. Top damager is gonna be killed with 10,000 damage, 10.7k. Heads and shoulders above everyone else. Loyal gonna be coming in at 9.3 with Vedia, a scout, mind you, once again coming in at a whopping 9.1 thousand. He is gonna be up there dominating the damage charts together with the rest of the hard hitters, the Sollies as well as the Demo Man. So that is definitely huge for TCF. Top fragger is going to be Vedia once again, 29 kills. So huge with kill coming out with the highest KD ratio as well. Meat Machine iFun apparently with the KAD ratio 3.1 died only 7 times. So iFun with that pretty good life expectancy rate so far. In terms of healing, relatively equal healing stats right now. Rusty healing a little bit more. 0 drops for the side of Rusty, but 1 drop coming out from iFun, so that was pretty much quite a big deal for TMG.
Yeah, I think that was from AsiaFortress.
Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, ooh, it is not looking up for... Well, I mean, not really not looking up per se. I mean, both teams have been relatively equal. There have been push-pull scenarios. I mean, we ended off the game with like 2-0, and that is pretty much a close match.
Yeah, the score is not too bad for TMG, yep.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty looking forward to what's going to happen next map, CP Gully Wash. We have been seeing that both teams are... You know, with Kotori, of course, with his Solly Bombs, Asa, of course, with his, but he has been subbed out for Comby right now. We'll have to see how Comby plays, though. We have seen his bomb during the last few seconds of that match, getting those, or
Yeah,
just,
okay.
yeah, just massive bomb coming in. And, we're just gonna have to look out for his bombs as well. Kotori, of course, has been proving to be an exceptional roamer, getting those picks down onto everyone else.
Yeah, he really was just a huge nuisance for TMG to deal with. He was just always
Yeah.
behind them.
Huge nuisance for them. And next map, of course, is going to be Gully Wash. I do believe they have gone into the wrong map. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Wait, no,
sort
I
that
think
out.
it is Gully Wash, isn't it?
Oh, they're in Gully Wash. Oh right, sorry. I was thinking of another map. My bad. I don't know. I keep getting Gully Wash and Snakewater mixed out. But
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I thought it was Snake Water as well. What? Oh my god, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, so just waiting for the players to come in, and yeah, just waiting on them to come in. So I'm not too sure about predictions coming up in this round. We have been seeing TCF with those successful last pushes. TMG, of course, have been able to push all the way to the last, but just getting absolutely negated on that final point push. So it's just, I don't know. We have to see how things play out this map. Of course, first map does go into the hands of TCF.
Yeah, TMG is definitely not gonna roll over though. They didn't do so bad last game, so I think they just gotta gather themselves and stay strong.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're not performing badly. You know, they're doing a good job as well. It's just that they have to find those successful final point pushes. They have to know when to focus people down. And yeah, I mean, they have been pretty dominating during those fights as well. I mean, there are moments where they have effectively just fully wiped TCF.
They defend last. Oh, it's just that TCF just got so many pushes in that they couldn't defend all of them. But I think that their defense ratio was actually really good.
Yeah, their final point defenses were really good. Like, there's so many times they successfully defended TCF pushes. I mean, even in that first point, TCF attempted to push like what 4 times, and TMG successfully defended it. So, props to them.
Who do you think was the best player last match?
Oh, it definitely have to be Kotori.
Yeah,
I mean, those bombs. Well. Yeah, those bombs were so on point. They know, like, he just bombs in, gets the picks.
Yeah, he just had a lot of presence for TCF. He just seemed always there and like constantly a threat for TMG to deal with.
It's just that annoying roamer that everyone
perpetual
needs to look out for.
Man, just everywhere.
Yeah. So I think just waiting on the last player for the side of TCF to come in. We should be able to hop in relatively shortly. So once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11. Tonight we are going to be having the Chess Foundation going up against the Mighty Gibuses. This is the Week 2 matches for the Division 2 bracket. First map that has been played was CP Process, with TCF taking that map 2-0. It wasn't a roll by any means. It was a really close match with a couple of botch pushes coming up from both sides, a couple of close calls as well, and some really lovely bombs coming in from the Roma for the side of TCF. So looking forward to what's going to be coming out for this map as well. The next map is going to be CP Gully Wash, and ooh, what?
Wait, did you disconnect as well?
Yeah, buff overflow in that message. No idea. No idea what went down. So I do. Well, looks like. Yeah, getting confirmation that the server has crashed. The players from TCF, of course, have notified me as well. So it's gonna have to wait for that to come back online. Not too much that we can go through once again for the what went down the previous match. So
It was a fun match though.
yeah, it was a fun.
The scoreline may seem stalematy, but it was actually there wasn't a lot of stalemates. It was just very aggressive in the pushes. It's just that.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of action and trades going down.
Yeah, they were just always going in. There wasn't a lot of standing around.
Yeah, there wasn't really much downtime, and that's a very good thing. It's a very good thing.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
So waiting for these servers to be up and back. I do think it's back up once again, so we should be able to hop back in. So I mean the TMG scouts as well, you know, like Deadstar and Sync. They are a wombo combo. You know, they are like the packaged bundle that comes together. They perform well. You know, they just perform together extremely well.
I do think Deadstar could have had a bigger impact, though. He wasn't the star player that he was.
Yeah.
He did solid, but like as from him, you expect like a huge performance every match. I don't think he delivered that. We'll see what he has to offer this time.
Yep, so just waiting on the players to ready up once again. And yeah, just waiting for the rest of the players. I do believe they're just reconnecting to get their stuff sorted out. And yeah, Comby is going to be in here right now, replacing AsiaFortress. He's going to be the Roma Solly for the side of TMG. So that is probably something that TCF going to have to look out for. With a new, different playstyle going to come in from Comby. I'm not too sure if he's going to be doing the same plays as AsiaFortress, who just bombs in and gets a couple of kills and bombs back out. Either that or just sacrifices himself. But we'll just have to see how things play through. Once again, to all you people inside Twitch chat, very good evening, and welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11 Div 2 Week 2 matchups. Tonight we have the Chess Foundation going up against the Mighty Gibuses. Of course, a little background information for the Mighty Gibuses. It is, they were the champions of the Division 3 bracket last season in AFC 10. They, of course, have been the players who have had the craziest Week 1 match against BRG. And which brings us into the introduction to the next team, TCF, the Chess Foundation, being formed once again by two players coming out from BRG. They have brought in a couple of new players into their roster as well. The players, of course, being iFun as well as Lol, the old dogs from BRG, putting up a huge, very good show last season during AFC 10. Tonight, of course, they are just going to be performing really well once again. It has been close matches the last map on CP Process. It has been close games. It has been bad pushes. It has been interesting pops as well. But ultimately, in the end, TCF came out victorious for that map. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do on this map as well. TMG, of course, as well as TCF. So TMG, they have to do, they have to bring the plays forward on this map if they wish to gain some more points, because as it is currently standing, TCF have that map win points for the first map, and yeah, if they want to make it into playoffs, they got to step their game up and get some points into their bracket. So once again, just waiting on the final player to ready up. That is iFun, I believe, Meme Machine, the medic for the side of TCF. So once again, let's just go through the rosters really quickly. TCF, Cabbage, you want to go through their roster for them?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, for the scouts, they have Itia and Shangro. Their medic is Meme Machine, Demo Man Luro. Soldiers are Itachi and Kotori, who have been very good so far this matchup.
And TMG moving on to their roster. Scouts are going to be Deadstar as well as Sync. Killed is going to be our Pocket. Comby going to be our newly joined Roma. gonna be taking over AsiaFortress role from the previous map. T gonna be our demo man this time around once again, and Rusty, the lovable German medicine man. So just waiting on the last two players to ready up before we can start the game proper. Turning to the Twitch chat right now, do you guys have any predictions on who's going to come out on top for CP Gully Wash? You guys have seen the previous game earlier on and have seen how those players have been performing. So toss your predictions in chat, we'll have a look later on. Just waiting on the players to ready up, so in the meantime, just take a look at everyone killing each other. Right, so the predictions are going to start rolling in right now. There is, once again, there is going to be a delay imposed on the stream, 90-second imposed delay alongside with the Twitch process delay. So having the scores coming in right now as we speak, there has been predictions for 2-1 with TCF taking it, TMG taking it 5-0, wow.
Yeah!
Yeah! 3-0 to TCF, TMG 3-1. 4-3 TCF, TMG 2-1.
So it seems pretty even, is it?
Yeah, it seems relatively even apart from those extreme cases where 5-0, 3-0s. But of course 3-0s may be pretty even matches as well. 4-0s of course pretty much the same, maybe the same as well. So I mean the last match, you know, 2-0, despite it sounding like an easy match, it wasn't an easy match at all. Both teams had their moments where they were just fully wiped, just decimated on the mid fights or any fights for that matter. And just waiting on the final player for the side of TMG. I do believe it is Rusty, who is currently in spec, going to be coming in later on. So in the meantime, just waiting on the players to ready up once again. And for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome back to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11. Tonight we have the Week 2 matches, where we have the Div 2 teams, TMG, the Mighty Gibuses, going up against TCF, the Chess Foundation. Current score as of the scoreboard is going to be 2-0 in favor for the Chess Foundation for the first map that has been played, CP Process. We're currently on the second and final map for tonight, which is going to be CP Gully Wash. So that is what we're just waiting on, and not too sure what went down with so many players getting kicked off the server. Not too sure if it was another crash.
Shadow's only one left.
The only person up is going to be the sniper Xiang Bro.
Question mark.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it does look like the server did go down. No idea why. Not too sure what's going on. The first map was totally fine. The players of course going to be coming in once again, and yeah, so just waiting on everyone to rejoin the server, and then we can start the game proper. This is going to be the second map and the final map for tonight. CP, Gully Wash. Gonna look forward to all those mid-fights going down. For those of you who were with us last season for the Div 2 matches, fingers crossed we get to see some spy shenanigans as well. Hopefully some spy fails too. Shout out to Shinka with that failed backstab going down on that last point. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to any shenanigans coming out this match. We have seen the Vaccinator being run last map for TCF, so you know they're not strangers to unconventional minigun plays. You know, I've honestly never seen anybody run Vaccinator during comp, like at all. Usually it's mainly just the big two, the crit squeak as well as the Uber charge. But I don't know, it has in a way sort of worked out for them. They did manage to get points.
Well, they didn't lose with it.
That's true. So I mean, who knows? Vaccinator might be the new meta. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, just waiting on everyone to come back into the server.
No, I think they want to switch to FLSG4.
Oh, they're switching servers? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it does look like they are going to be switching servers, so... Just going to hop out to the other server really quickly and wait for all the players to join then.
Well, is the server saying bad password for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
right.
waiting on, just wait for like players to go in and then we can hop in and join them and watch them kill each other. But in the meantime, all the poor little viewers are going to be stuck watching the SFMs currently on screen. Take a look at those very, very exquisite SFMs created by Dashner.
Wow.
Wow. So pretty.
I was gonna hop in the stream to look at it as well.
I don't know, so since we're just waiting for the technical side to get sorted out. Oh, it does look like it does eventually get sorted out though. Could try to see if I can get hold of the new password. Oh no, I think they switched the password back. You should be able to come back in now.
Alright.
Right, so that is going to be, hopefully, all the technical issues sorted out. Waiting for the rest of the players to come in. Yeah, so once again, for those of you who are only just joining us, welcome to the AsiaFortress Cup Season 11. I've repeated this sentence countless times already while waiting for them to sort out the technical stuff, but here we go. This is going to be the Week 2 Div 2 matchups, TCF heading up against TMG. Tonight we are going to have the casters, myself, as well as Cabbageoflove is going to be the co-caster / analyst for tonight. Pleasure to have you once again.
Thank you.
I see
Giving
you
me this opportunity. I'm so bored.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everything seems to be more or less sorted out. Just waiting for the players to hop in and start fragging. But I guess we can take this time to show off what we have scheduled on tomorrow. So hopping to that scheduled screen.
Oh, what match is it going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow is going to be HBZB going up against Putis Izkila. That is going to be the two Div 1 teams. So we are going to be having a Div 1 match tomorrow. That is going to take place at 8:30 in the PM. So look forward to that. It's probably going to be a pretty intense match as well. Putties' Kill, of course, some of you may know, in their roster, they do have a couple of players who have been relatively active in the AsiaFortress scene as well. HBZB, of course, we have been seeing them play. It was of the very first match that has been casted for AFC. Last week, HBZB going up against, the name escapes me.
AMC.
AMC, that's right, AMC. That is the team. So that was the match played last week. HBZB going up against AMC, and tomorrow we will be having HBZB going up against Putties' Kill. So that is going to be something to look forward to. Slight roster shuffle for HBZB as well. Shocky isn't going to be playing anymore.
What?
Yeah, due to real life commitments. So huge shame for HBZB.
Yeah.
They will be bringing in a new scout. Hwayne did tell me that it is someone that we will probably expect and know, so gonna look forward to the scout players coming out tomorrow. And yeah, it does look like the players are gonna be joining in once again. Just waiting on the final 2 players for the side of TCF, so just gonna hop back into the server right now.
Wow, it's quite shocking because Shocky is one of the best players.
Yeah, but I have been told the reason, so it's a bit of a shame that he will have to sort out, get some real life stuff sorted out before. And yeah, it's a huge shame. Gonna be a huge shame for HBZB. But I'm pretty sure, they do have their roster sorted out, so they will have a new scout gonna be coming in to assist in their place. And yeah, once again, just going to be waiting for the players to be coming in. I'm going to be going for a quick toilet break since we're currently going through the downtime right now. I will be back shortly. Feel free to just, if you want to say anything, feel free to say anything. But other than that, just watch everyone frag each other.
Look, guys, they're on the server. It might actually start soon. It's exciting.
Right, I'm back, and doesn't look like we're ready to start as of yet. Quite a lot of downtime right now though, but yeah, just waiting on the players to ready up and we should be able to start the match proper. Yeah, just waiting on the final few players to ready up. It's Mighty Kotori, Deadstar, Main Machine, as well as Young Bro. One person down for the side of TCF though. I do think it is the other scout, Young Bro, yeah.
Yeah, he had really high ping just now.
Ah, I see. So, just waiting for the teams to ready up and then we can finally start the game. Oh, the downtime is so long. Yeah, I mean, technical issues aside, yeah, there we go. Finally, Xiangbro is back in. Just waiting on them to ready up once again. Looking forward to mid fights, of course. Exclamation mark R, everybody, please! Exclamation mark R. Put us out of this misery. Oh, but yeah, Xiangbro is off once again, and just waiting for him to return and ready up. I do believe they are on a... Since they swapped servers, everyone's ping is going to be a little bit wonky. We do see a couple of hundred pingers right now, low as well as iFun. The rest of the players will have relatively equal ping for the side of TMG at least. Around the 50 or so range. So, going to be a bit of an issue for TCF. A bit, but not that big of an issue. 100 ping is still playable, it's just that you got to predict those arrows a little bit more. Apart from that, more or less just waiting on teams to ready up and come in. And there we go, they do come in with crazy ping, though low, going to be upwards of 150 with Xiangbro not doing so good himself, upwards of 200. And that is going to be a bit of a problem. So I didn't really pay attention. Yes! Oh! Thank you so much. No more small talk, into the game straight away. Here we go, second map for tonight. We are going to be on CP Gully Wash. Demoman going to follow Love for his rollout. We are going to be live on the next restart. And finally we are going to be live. Low going to follow him for his rollout. Going to be the Demoman for the side of TCF. Fairly standard rollout. Going to be coming in from the balcony. Going to jump back down. A little bit slow, I would think, but yeah, there we go. The other demo man gonna be on the point already. Tiki gonna be spamming out. Lo gonna be trying to get those stickies down onto the medic. Gonna toss him into those strategic positions. Rusty gonna eat quite a bit of damage, but he's gonna be fine. Itachi gonna be bombing in, gonna try to get picks on anyone at all. He's gonna get finished off. Kotori gets dropped as well. That is gonna be 2 players down for both sides. Sinky is gonna be on the front line. He's gonna try to take down anyone at all. Gonna fight against everyone right there. And oh boy, what is going on? Nothing.
Skirmish right now.
Yeah, just DM fights going all around town. And Mean Machine gonna be alive, up and well. Both medics will have that Uber charge relatively shortly. TMG of course do still want to contest this, and Ubers are gonna be at the ready. Oh, lots of spam.
Going in, dude. Most scouts are really frustrating.
Uber is gonna get popped for the side of TMG. Slightly better Uber coming out from TCF. But Xiangbro gonna be the only one shiny. Scout of course gonna try to go toe to toe against him. The other scout coming in, Vedia gonna come in to try and assist him, and the Cow Mangler coming in finishing off Dead Star. So midpoint still up for grabs, and
this is really long.
Really long mid fight, really drawn out, really messy as well. I would say. Yeah. iPhone gonna be alone inside the elbow, gonna reunite together with Vedia. Solis are gonna be bombing up front. Xiangbro gonna be watching down below as well. Sinky gonna be jumping onto the point. TMG does look like they have the upper hand and the presence on the point, and TCF, man, they're just gonna be backing out right now.
Wow, finally! TMG come out ahead.
Yep, mid-fight goes, midpoint goes in the hands of TMG. Yeah. And TCF of course going to be trying to build that charge up as soon as possible, and it does look like they want to have a solo Uber going in. Vedia going to be shiny, going to try to get a ping down on the medic, does so successfully, fully negating that Uber charge.
Dude, they absolutely caught TMG with the hands down there, wow.
Huge pick, huge pick. Very wise move coming out from TCF, pushing in solo with that scout. TMG not expecting that at all. And it does look like they will be able to recapture. Maybe not though, just only 3 players up on the front lines. Low, Itachi as well as the medic. With TMG players just peeking around and poking and prodding, trying to make sure that TCF don't get any capture point, any catch time up at all. 27 minutes and counting down. Mid-fight still somewhat underway. Finally, midpoint goes back into the hands of TCF. And Uber charges are going to be built up once again. Currently no off-classing for either side. Uber ad into the hands of TCF, so it does look like they intend to do another shiny Vedia push once again. Uber is going to be focused onto Vedia straight away. Medic has been spotted onto the... this Uber is not going to do anything for them though.
They're running away. They're not fighting the people.
They're flanking through the river. Kotori gonna get finished off. Xiangbro gonna get finished off. Verias all the way behind behind the lines. Low finishes off Rusty though. That is a very good pick coming out. The only people are gonna be iFun as well as Vedia, who is currently behind everyone. Vedia gonna try to save his medic. Deathstar gonna try to go all the way to the front line. He's gonna try to finish him off, but it's not too successful. He's gonna get bombed about into the medic's face, but he gets denied. And iFun is gonna be at the 57 in the red. And yeah, I mean, TCF, despite grabbing that midpoint, they're on the back foot once again.
Yeah, it's pretty back and forth right now. I really like this.
So TMG gonna recapture that midpoint. Everyone's just gonna be standing around trying to get that charge up as soon as possible. It doesn't look like they're too keen on pushing forward. Not too sure if they know about the Uber status. They're just holding really far back.
Despite Russ dying and iPhone not dying and Russ dying, it was relatively even because while iPhone was running away, he just didn't manage to heal anyone. So
yeah,
this is. I think even though Deathstar didn't get the pick on, he put on a lot of pressure.
There we go. Uber is going to be ready for the side of TCF. iPhone going to try to keep everyone buffed up and healthy. Going to keep everyone in the green before they decide to do anything at all. Doesn't look like they intend to push in with this Uber charge. Kotori going to be jumping around towards Big Door. Itachi going to be at the front lines. Not too keen.
It's too slow, yeah. TMG's got their Uber now.
Both medics will have their Uber charge, so... Ooh, Sticky Traps does get spotted out by Kotori, so that is going to be Teehee's traps down once again. Uber is going to be popped though, that is going to be the Uber popped and flashed about. iPhone going to be caught out in quite a bad place. He's going to survive and back out. Uber does get traded on a midpoint, but to no effect at all. Deathstar going to just be tickling the players at the Big Door. Going to try to come and get a pick down on Kotori. He's going to get finished off in the end. One player down with quite a number of players in the red for the side of TCF. Midpoint still in the hands of TMG, and Itachi does go down at the choke. Xiangbro and Vedia going to try to build that charge up as soon as possible. Ubers are going to be relatively equal. Both medics, of course, still running that stock Uber charge. It should be coming up relatively quickly for the side of TCF with Vedia building it for his medic.
Yeah.
And Rusty just healing his solis as per usual. So
this is really good by Chess right now. They're gapping the now.
Vedia gonna be shiny once again.
Yeah,
Finishes off Comby straight away. Has his sights on the medic. Gonna try to go in and get that pick down. The medic yet to have that Uber charge. He has to do something extremely quickly. Medic coming in with an Uber saw. Then iPhone gets finished off, and the Uber charge gets built and finished off. A huge shame for TCF. I mean, they had the medic cornered, and the TMG players just formed the shield. Oh my goodness.
That was TCF did it right, but they didn't. That was wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I it was just really smart, but they just didn't execute it. Oh, I don't know how Russ managed it. That was pretty miraculous.
Yeah, I mean, they should have gotten the medic, but
yeah, what they were doing was really good. They nearly got Russ. But they got Comby, they got like one other player, just didn't get Rust.
Yeah,
that was it.
That is going to cost them. They are already on their back foot at last. Currently, apart from Vedia, there is no other off class. Vedia going to be the heavy weapons guy for the side of TCF. TMG with that full Uber charge ready to go.
Pushing right now?
And they're going to be running that running that Vaccinator once again. Uber charge does look like it's going to be popped onto Killed. Killed going to be shiny, going to dry the bomb. He can get the shots down onto the heavy. Going to whip out the shot, going to try to finish off the heavy weapons guy. Does so successfully. Mean Machine, iPhone going to have that Vaccinator, but to no avail. Everyone's going to be stacking onto the point. Kotori going to try to jump down to defend the point for his team. He's going to get finished off really low. The medic trying his best to keep him up and well. 1 health. He does get finished off by the laws of gravity. And that final point push effectively negated by TCF.
Close. It was really close though. And Deathstar could still mix him in. Oh no, he's been spotted.
He does get spotted out. Vaccinator gets pop bullet resist coming in. Deathstar gonna try to play around, jumping around. It's taking him so long to finish him off.
Yeah, that was really good. He bought a lot of time for the team.
Yeah, Deathstar just a huge nuisance for the TCF players. They only eventually start to push out, sinking he has his sights onto these scouts, while they are gonna get pushed all the way
getting
back
deleted
to the
there.
Kotori gonna
I'm
be
surprised that despite the time that's a ball from them, they didn't try to defend. I think TMG should have tried at least.
Yeah, so doesn't look like TCF are too keen on pushing out because they know that TMG will have the Uber charge. Yep. So 99, there we go. Uber charge gonna be ready, and TMG players they aren't gonna be coming in.
They popped way too early. And now Russ is separated from his team.
Once again, Deadstar just a huge nuisance for their team. Itachi gonna be a little bit low, gonna grab that health pack to resup. iPhone was taken down inside River, so that is not looking good for TCF. Itachi gonna get finished off as well. Kotori and Loyal gonna be up top inside River, gonna try to finish off anyone at all. Xiangbro and Veda gonna be working together, and the front line. Sinky does get finished off with the sticky traps coming up from low. But, I mean, both medics were finished off, so that is probably gonna be the silver lining. Everything gets reset. And midpoint going to be up for grabs with Vedia standing on it, trying to capture it for his team.
When TMG pushed the Uber, they had no info. They just decided to pop it in early. They had no idea where TCF players were. And then TCF players, they just got out of there through River, and then they couldn't do anything with the Uber. So like a tactical mistake there from
TMG. 20 minutes and 50 seconds counting down on the server timer, and Vedia once again just trying to get that Uber charge build up as soon as possible. He does match up together with Rusty once again, so Ubers are going to be relatively equal with the players for the side of TMG. Just keeping an eye out at Choke as well as the big door kill. Going to be picking around, just tossing out some rockets. Vedia going to eat the spam straight to his forehead. But he's
building it.
Yeah, he's going to be fine with the medic right beside him. They do have that Uber charge ready to go. And Itachi just going to be watching the flanks as well. Xiangbro watching the big door. They're not too keen on pushing in because they do know that Ubers are equal, so good job on them. Comby watching big door as well. So just going to be another standoff. Both teams just waiting for the other side to make a mistake and overextend or get any picks at all. No bombings coming out from either side as of yet. Kotori just watching the big door. Just trying to keep anyone from pushing in. He's going to be a little bit low, but the health pack is going to be dead.
Choke there.
Oh, yep, Choke Uber's going to be traded. Itachi going to be shining with his Cow Mangler. He's going to be reloading that Cow Mangler. Ubers get traded at Choke, but apart from that, nothing gets accomplished.
No, it's going to be a stalemate.
Yeah, it's a little under 20 minutes once again. Uber charges are going to be equal. Both teams just staring each other down, waiting for something to happen. And
Kotori gets picked off there somehow by Sambo getting taken down really low by Deadstar. I don't know what he did there, but that was pretty amazing.
Just fighting along at the big door.
And Killed is sneaking in through under.
There we go. Killed gonna be trying to get the bomb down onto the medic, but doesn't get denied and finished off. Kotori gonna be spawning in as we speak. That is gonna be one solely down for the side of TMG. I don't think they're too keen on pushing in with that number dis at. Slight number dis at. Everyone's gonna be in the red though. The medic gonna try his best to keep everyone up and well. Comby gonna get finished off by a rocket getting tossed about. Kotori gonna be jumping up top. And Itachi has his sights on the medic, but Uber gets popped, so that is going to be a much better Uber coming out from TMG. And, Itachi does manage to make it out alive. No, proving me wrong. Going to be proving me wrong. The sticky is going to be tossed out from T-Heat. Mid-fight. Not even mid-fight anymore. iPhone going to get finished off and singled out by Deadstar. Midpoint going back into the hands of TMG. So many players going to be dropping for the side of TCF, though, the medic included. That is going to be a Uber at into the hands of Rusty. 30% heading up against iPhone, who is yet to spawn. Killed, going to be coming in, tossing out so much damage onto the players of TCF. And that's what, like, the next point is going to go uncontested into their hands as well.
Yeah, this is looking really good for TMG. They have a huge advantage and only last to push, so I'm expecting them to manage.
So no off-classing as of yet.
No, there's a heavy for...
Oh yeah, heavy does get spawned, so Vedia is going to be a heavy for the side of TCF. TMG, if they want to go in, they have to go in now. They are just congregating inside the river. It does look like they're going to pop onto the scout.
Yeah.
Teehee, this are going to be shining, going to try to take down as many people as all. Itachi going to get singled out. The heavy going to be right there. He's going to try to take down the medic.
Yeah.
iPhone going to be in a bad place, standing in absolutely nowhere. He's going to get finished off down to the single digits. He finally gets destroyed and punished for going to the front lines. But, TCF just doing the cleanup on TMG. The only person out going to be Teehee. And he's just going to be backing out from the river.
What? I'm quite disappointed. They should have managed that.
Yeah, I mean,
they took down. They focused the heavy well. They focused the upper scout well as well. And then
it still seemed a little bit messy with the scout running about. Instead of getting the heavy down straight away, he tries to go straight for the other side, which was the medic.
Right.
But,
yeah.
I mean, the other teammates, you know, they didn't follow up with the cleanup, so that all worked out for them in the end.
I think iPhone actually.
Dead start. all the way
Was he-
behind.
yep.
Trying to get the backhand,
Oh.
but he did not too successful. Trying to get that voodoo magic, voodoo magic going on.
Oh.
Didn't quite work out for him. So Kotori going to be watching the last point while the rest of the players push forward. Sinky going to go toe-to-toe against Itachi. Going to get a lot of spam getting tossed at him. He does manage to survive somehow. TMG players are going to back it out. 16 minutes counting down. 16 minutes and 30 seconds counting down. The scores are still 0-0. I mean, despite the scores showing, like, you know,
It's been exciting. It's been
there has been, action going on there, despite the long downtime. Right click, Carl Mangler coming in, getting Sinky tossed into the air. Gonna eat a little bit of damage, but the medic gonna bring it back up into the healthy range once again. Everyone just gonna be standing on the point, just keeping an eye out on Choke as well as everywhere else. Midpoint still in the hands of TMG. Ubers are gonna be equal. Kotori gonna be watching the back.
Oh, that's not getting caught. What is he doing?
Ooh, that is going to be dead star down. Sinky going to be watching up top as well, keeping his eye out on Choke. Both teams are there. We go. Uber going to be popped onto Itachi. Going to be coming in with that cow mango. Uber of course gets countered and popped by TMG. The solid combi going to get finished off right there, coming in at the wrong time, attempting to flank from behind, but just absolutely denied and destroyed. Botched jump coming up from Itachi, tried to jump in to get some surprise picks, but Solly going to be coming in as well. Medic going to be backing out. The scout's going to try the best to deny Itachi. Itachi going to try his best to kill Sinky, misses that air shot, and Sinky going to somehow survive and make it out.
Well, not that it matters. He's on. Oh, he's
Yeah,
died
once
anyway.
again proving us wrong. Sinky does eventually get destroyed. Low gonna get healed up by his medic. Midpoint goes back into the hands of TCF. And yeah, does look like they want to push forward and contest the next point. Currently we do have an engineer off class for the side of TMG. He's gonna try
That's
to
a
get,
really good idea by that starter.
yeah, gonna get his sentry up as soon as possible. Second point gonna go into the hands of TCF. Sentry gonna be hiding behind the boxes on the right side with everyone else. TMG gonna be running the Vaccinator this time around. So a little bit of counter shenanigans coming out from TMG, sorry. Seeing TCF run that in the last map. So gonna see how how the players for TCF gonna deal with that. Just buffing everyone up to keep everyone healthy before they decide to push in. An aggressive bomb coming in from Kotori, ignoring that sentry, totally going for Teehee straight away. Finish off so many people. Comby getting destroyed as well. Sinky does eventually take him down low. Gonna get finished off by that sentry gun. Uber gonna be popped for the side of TCF. It does end. Deadstar going toe to toe against the other scout. Vedia gonna be taken out really well. Itachi gonna be standing on the point, getting finished off. And so many players gonna be dropping for both sides. The spawner's gonna be coming in. Teehee gonna try his best to defend the point for his team, and it's just negated. Absolutely negated that final point push. 14 minutes counting down, and the scores are still 0-0.
Tori's in river right now. He could potentially do something amazing. He's under right now.
Yeah, there is quite a lot of caps time on the point. He does grab the health pack, bringing his health back up to 195. There is only one person watching. Comby's not even looking at him. He's got to get destroyed with the air shot, and the back cap goes down. Oh, Kotori!
Dude, that was so funny.
Ooh.
Literally was just standing still.
Yeah.
Oh my, what is he?
Ooh.
He really messed up that
That is
round.
bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
Just bad timing.
Yeah.
But Kotori, man, good on him, flanking all the way behind. He is going to be behind him as of now, though. He is going to be spotted by Sinky.
Teehee.
Yeah, he rocket jumps into that sticky iron bomber, but he's going to be finished off. So many players going to be dropping for the side of TCF. The medic included. The only person up going to be Itachi, currently under the point. Going to try to jump up and negate that Uber ad. But the medic, of course, is going to be far away in a safe place. It's going to be effectively a full wipe for TCF with
Yeah, look at Queen. They're already switching to off classes.
yeah, Kotori already going to be the engineer with Vedia going on to the heavy weapons guy. So that is going to be 2 off classes for the side of TCF. TMG with that full Uber charge. This could possibly be an easy push all the way into last. Just have to see how they play this charge. Yeah, we keep saying that, but they're yet to prove it. So Uber charge gonna be ready. Doesn't look like they're gonna pop in onto killed.
Let's go.
Oh, Carl Mangler finishes off the demo man right there. It's actually getting finished off as well. Uber charge gonna be popped. Sentry gun gonna be singled out by Killed. Gonna try to take it down. He does so successfully. Inside Secret getting destroyed by Xiang, bro. And it's just another negated push. Comby and the rest of the players are just gonna be backing out.
They didn't lose too much though. They didn't successfully push it, but they got their medic out alive.
So
Enough players to hold second.
just gonna be inside river, gonna try to take down low, but he gets finished off and denied with mid-air sticky. And yeah, the players for the side of TMG, they're just gonna be backing out to try to get a charge up as soon as possible. Mean Machine currently still on that Vaccinator, 90% and counting. He does pop it to try to negate some damage down. Just keeping his teammates up and healthy. He's gonna eat quite a bit of damage though. He's gonna go back and grab that health pack. I just want to point out there is a red player behind, I think.
Yeah,
Comby. Comby's all the way behind.
Against Kotori?
He's trying to do the same thing that Kotori did to him. Oh, he's making his way on.
But Kotori's
Kotori's got the higher ground. He does get spotted about. Comby just learning from his mistakes now. Kotori turned around and actually looked at him. So that is the back cap effectively negated.
But he did turn a few heads around.
Yeah, he did get quite a couple of players turning around, looking back. TCF currently still on their back foot, back at the front lines. Uber does look like he's going to be popped once again. Sinky going to have that medigun straight onto him, going to be shiny. The Vaccinator gets popped as well. Bullet resist, not going to do much with those shotguns. He wins out the melee! Oh, Veria is going to get finished off. Going to try to get the picks down onto anyone at all. Killed, whips out his shotgun and try to finish the job as well. And there they are. They're going to try to hide inside secret. Sinky going to be standing on the point! Oh, Sinky going uncontested, finishing off the players. Comby! Oh, wow.
Dude, VTM we have been bulletproof, but he wasn't melee proof.
Yeah. I mean, that heavy melee, wise decision. Definitely what they should do.
That was good thinking on the spot there, I think. But
yeah, that was a very good idea. Whipping out the melee. There's Bullet, Blast, and the other one, Fire Resist, but there's no melee resist. Going to be tossing out his stickies onto the entirety of TMG. Kill going to eat quite a lot of damage. Going toe-to-toe against Vede. Finally going to finish off Kotori. Going to get destroyed as well. The medic going to eat quite a bit of spam. Rusty going to get taken down to 63 health. That is going to be the sign for TMG to be backing out. Sticky Trap's going to be laid out by Teehee, but apart from that, they're just going to be backing out all the way. Just keeping an eye out for sticky traps before iPhone decides to move in. Itachi going to be inching forward as well. There, I do see the TMG players up inside river. Just keep an eye out from there. Sinky as well, Teehee and the medic. And Uber is going to be ready for both sides, so they have to be careful about this. Kotori going to be jumping in once again. The roamer that he is going to try to cause as much of a distraction as he can. Going to be taken down. Ubers are going to be traded on the point. Itachi going to be shiny together with the other Solly right there. Just the body blocking going on. And, oh, there we go.
Death Star's behind him. He's on the medic right now.
Oh, yep, this going to get denied and finished off by Itachi's Cow Mangler. And lots of fizzles and pops coming out from Itachi's Cow Mangler, so can't wait to see the logs and actually see the damage that he's popping out. Sinky going to be a little bit low, but the medic, of course, going to try to keep him up in the healthy range. The medic going to be singled out. The Scout Vede are going to try to go take him down, but he doesn't quite successful. Oh, the Cow Mangler getting tossed across the map into the doorway, taking out Rust. That is a huge add into the hands of TCF. It doesn't look like they intend to push in straight away. They only have 3 people up with Killed Jess spawning in. Sinky going to work as well, going to try to deny as many people as possible. Oh, everyone's just dropping for TCF. I mean, if they regrouped and waited for the Uber charge, it would have been a better push. But here we go, Veria going to be on the point already, going to try to take down Teehee, but they're going to be surrounded. The entirety of TMG just going to collapse onto them. And they somehow managed to back out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was definitely down to Chess's soldiers being way too greedy. They're jumping in too early.
They just got absolutely destroyed, and the presence is just gone for TCF on that final point. Sticky Traps, of course, going to be tossed out. 7 minutes, a little under 8 minutes counting down. Currently, the server time a little less than 8 minutes counting down. Scores are still tight, 1-1. Killed, taking down Kotori right there with the help of Teehee. Sticky's getting tossed out as well. Riverside going to be in the hands of TMG. Aggressive bomb coming down from Killed onto Low straight away. Shotgun tries to finish the job, but Low makes it out alive. Oh, huge
keeping the pressure.
Yep, Kilt going to be pushing all the way through. Going to try to get a pick down onto the medic, but focuses onto Low. Instead, Low going to be tossed in the air. The shotgun finishes him off in the end. Demo down for TCF. And midpoint goes back into the hands of TMG. Slowly just jumping around. Kotori caught out in a bad place. Uber does get forced, I believe. So Uber finally popped for the side of TMG as well. Vidya has his sights on the medic. That's going to be an easy pick coming out. Deadstar going to be singled out once again. Finished off. And the effective cleanup coming out from TCF. 3 players down for the side of TMG with only one Vedia going down. Itachi a little bit low, just waiting for the arrows coming in from iPhone, who's not really landing them as we speak. But the Solly bombs coming in. Comby once again just dropping down and taking down 2 players. Well, and Itachi with that 2K that we saw the previous map. Oh, Comby.
So close to getting the medic as well.
So close, yeah, indeed. Kill does get finished off in the end as well. Kotori gonna try to jump the medic, but gets denied by the scout. Has his sights on the medic, reloading his rockets. The medic gonna be really low, but he gets denied by the Iron Bomber. Finished on Vedia as well. Oh, Rusty lives to see another day. And Lil slowly making his way towards the front line. Sinky going toe to toe against the medic. Mean Machine just caught out in a bad place with his Uber, so trying to get anything done at all. Comby will get finished off with that cow mangler. Teehee gonna get the heals coming out from the arrow. Lil gonna be down below, gonna try to toss out the damage. Sinky gets killed. Killed gets killed, living up to his name after all. Oh, Teehee! Wow, Itachi going huge with that cow mangler.
No, Lil was helping him from big. But yeah, that was great teamwork combo. Like, Lure was spamming, because TMG didn't have enough players to watch Big Door, so Lure was just standing there spamming towards Choke, combined with Itachi, and they just managed to get a bunch of players like that.
A little under 6 minutes counting down, and midpoint goes back into the hands of TCF. They want to grab the next point. Sinky gonna be the first one to ragdoll right there. Killed. Gonna try to get any kills at all, but going toe to toe with the scout, it might prove too much for him. He tries to get that small little health pack, but Vedia is gonna spot him and finish him off together. And Vedia does follow up with another kill, finishing on Deadstar as well. Comby gonna be inside River, just keeping his eye out for his team. It's only 2 people up for the side of TMG, so they have to capture this and move in really quickly. They do have a very sizable Uber ad as well. Rusty is still on that stock medigun, currently at 12%.
No, he should be on. I think he should be using Vastinator right now. I think that would help him.
No more shenanigans for the side of TMG. Currently no all passing apart from a Pyro coming in killed. Gonna be a Pyro, gonna try to comp blast everyone and doing a very good job of doing that. Totally denying that Uber from doing anything at all. But Kotori gonna be coming from behind, gonna get finished off by Teehee's Iron Bomb. Tachi gonna get that Uber Soul plus 25 into the hands of Rusty. Sinky gonna finish off. Oh, everyone is just dropping and it's a full wipe.
That was awesome. That
wow.
Was a good
TMG.
Yeah, really good. And killed. Good pyro. Good pyro.
Yeah, very good comp blasting coming up from killed. Absolutely just pushing back all the players from TCF. But they do get forward spawns. So just only 2 players not going to be getting that forward spawn. Oh, Deadstar getting shot by Kotori. Itachi with a cow mangler coming in huge once again. Comby going to be standing on the point, going MGE style, finishing off Itachi. Aggressive bomb with the air shot, denying that Solly. And Kotori, man, just getting air shot out of the air. And TCF, they're just coming back, doing cleanup. Rusty was finished off as well. Uber goes back into the hands of TCF. And next point, once again, goes back into the hands of TCF. Aggressive bomb coming in from Kildo. Gonna try to get the pick down onto the medic, but he gets finished off. Oh, good effort coming up from TMG. Kotori gonna be a little bit weak once again. Oh, Deadstar goes down. Kotori does get finished off shortly after. Deadstar killed Teehee. Everyone's just dropping. Second point still up for grabs. They should leave a scout behind the cap while they push in and gain some presence. Comby gonna be in below though. Gonna try to get a peek down into the medic, but the cow mangler gonna prove too much, and Uber does get popped. Cow mangler does finish off Itachi, and final point. There we go. It's gonna be another.
There's not enough players TCF right now.
Yeah, huge shame. I mean, they had pushed forward so aggressively that when they start dropping players, they just lose the momentum and they're just backing out. Xiangbro gonna try to get that charge up as soon as possible. Currently running stock minigun once again to Rusty, and TMG players gonna be pushing out. 3 minutes and counting down for the server time. Scores are still tied 1-1. If TCF want to take this map, they have to move quick. And I believe once they capture this map, they actually might just push it into trash time. That could possibly be their strategy. Just push-pull until it's time to get the final capture point. Kotori gonna have his eyes onto the medic, but gets denied. The medic at 14 health grabs the health pack and lives to see another day. Teehee gonna be coming in from the big dog, gonna try and toss out stickies onto everyone out front. And TCF players are just going to be backing out. Ubers are going to be relatively equal. Itachi with that cow mangler once again at choke, just tossing the spam around the corner. And once again, just another standoff. And Uber, there we go. Uber gets popped and traded. The medic going to get a little bit body blocked by Itachi. Going to be singled out in a little bit dangerous place. The medic flash does eventually save his life. Once again, killed. Going to be up top, dropping down.
Kills medic.
Oh, Vadia gets finished off. Mini Machine gets finished off. Xiangbro gets finished off. Deadstar currently behind everyone, and the tactical pulse goes down.
Oh man, Itachi's about to die to Comby's bomb.
Yeah, there we go. Xiangbro does get disconnected.
It's a pretty precarious position right now for TCF.
So yeah, as you can see, they bring up the tab scoreboard. The Xiangbro's ping is upwards of 394. Pretty much unplayable. But I mean, so far for this map at least, it has been extremely messy. Like everyone's spread out.
Yeah.
There's people dropping everywhere, and then suddenly come back and then drop again, and it's push pull, push pull. But I don't know. Both teams do manage to successfully get a point each.
It's not quality TF2, but it is entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At least there's no, stand and choke for 5 minutes and just try to spam each other down.
Exactly, and that's what we like to see.
So that is the silver lining. That is the silver lining, despite there being a little bit scrappy fights here and there. But we are of course seeing some really good plays. Of course, Kotori, taking out Comby at that last point. Comby just oblivious to what was going on, just getting decimated on the point.
He just gifted that. He honestly gifted that round to TCF.
Yeah, they deserve to get that round. And of course, the other round where TMG just comes in and just cleans up TCF.
Yeah, that was good. That was a solid push for them.
That was a very good push for TMG, and of course that warrants that's a very good round that goes into their hands as well. So we're just gonna have to see within these 2 minutes which team will be able to gain the upper hand. Currently, TMG does have that midpoint. And I think we're just going to be waiting for Xiangbro to reconnect before we can continue the game. But, I mean... Oof.
Based on the situation right now, it's pretty favorable for TMG. Mean Machine just died, so Russ will have the Uber ad. And Comby and Deadstar are both behind at second right now, ready to finish off Kotori and Itachi. So, I think... Unpause, let TMG do their thing, cap second, and I think that they'll be in a good position to push last in these last 2 minutes.
So I'm locked in Deadstar's point of view, and he's already behind everyone. He's like heading up towards river inside the lower lobby, and the only person I see that's the only other person I see on my screen is Kotori, and he's like the only silhouette I see at last. So if Deadstar goes in, 1v1's Kotori, finishes him off, and that is going to be a pretty decent pick for them because there's the spawn timer coming in. But then again, they have yet to capture the next point. 3 players down for TCF, including the medic. So that is big for TMG. Current Uber percentage is going to be 15%, so they have to get that up as soon as possible. Either that or go in with an extremely aggressive dry push. But odds are TCF are going to be coming in with off classes. We have been seeing video on heavy countless times already. Kotori may just go back into spawn to switch out to engineer, but Deadstar is already here. He may just go in and try to deny anything going on. So we just have to wait for the
over at Choke we have Itachi and Laurel who are about to be sandwiched by TMG's main combo and Comby backing from behind.
Oh, that's not going to be good for them.
Yeah, I think they'll be dead soon.
Yeah, unless they somehow pull out a miracle play, taking down all 3 players, Kotori, the combo, as well as the medic, So that is going to be a miracle play, and of course a very crucial pick for TCF. Of course, it's still up in the air to see who gets this map. The scores are still tied 1-1. Yeah,
but I definitely think that TMG is in a good position to secure the point right now.
Yeah, that's
just as
true,
long as they play this right.
I mean, they still have everyone up, and
exactly, and the Uber advantage.
Very, very sizable Uber at 16 spawn. The 16-second spawn time. Their Uber is probably going to go upwards towards 80%. That's what the outpost is going down.
Right.
And there you go. As predicted, they do get finished off, but Sinky, of course, does get traded right there. Deadstar going to be backing out once again. Killed going to be going into...
chat. What?
Comby gonna be below the spawn. I mean, below the point, just waiting for something to happen.
They're going in.
He's gonna stand on the point. He's standing on the point. Comby gonna be uncontested, and they're just not doing anything. Finally, they're not even turning around. Wow.
Good.
Wow.
That was no. I think it was okay because Queens were chess was like 3 players down, so I don't think it was. They just didn't have the players to defend the point.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, when there were people who dropped down onto the point, it stopped the point for like a half second. They didn't turn around and finish him off. They just continued looking straight, and the only person that went down was the scout, who was hopping on the point trying to defend it. And I mean, nobody else turned around to assist him, and that just cost them that map, cost them that round. So, props to Comby.
Possibly map.
Possibly the map. I mean, 55 seconds counting down. Midpoint goes in the hands of TCF. They may pull an AMC and just aggressively push all the way to last. But
TMG's gonna have to lock this stuff down right now. Yeah. They should get the off classes more fun.
It's gonna be a very hard push though. There are. Oh, Solly gets finished off. Tiki gonna be up inside the river. Medic gonna be a little bit in the bad placement right there. He's gonna have to force his Uber. Both teams, of course, do have a...
TMG is buying a lot of time for themselves, though, with this Uber exchange.
Yeah, 26 seconds counting down. They have to do something, but it doesn't really look like they can do anything at this moment in time. 20 seconds. Second point yet to be captured, let alone the last point. So, yeah, there we go. They dropped so many players doing that exchange.
I think that's it, yeah.
And yeah, this is pretty much just trash time killed with that taunt right there. And 7 seconds counting down. This is pretty much going to be the second map into the hands of TMG, 2-1.
Wow, that was really fun to watch, honestly. It was.
Yeah, I mean, oof, that back cap. That back cap.
Oh my god, Comby. Like, subbing in for AsiaFortress and then that happening.
Oh boy. Alright, so bringing up the logs right now. Top damager, of course, is going to be Mighty Killed with a whopping 11,000 damage. Holy crap. Way above the competition. Itachi gonna be falling shortly after at 10.7, and after that it's just gonna be low at 9,000, with Deadstar falling at 8.7. Vedia gonna be at 7.2. So quite a bit of a difference as we've seen earlier on. We do see Deadstar coming in as a top damager as well, 8.7 thousand as a scout. Well,
I think he did really good this map. I think.
Yeah.
His presence as like the star player was a lot.
So both in terms of healing ratios and stuff, pretty much identical. Both medics did drop one time. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be the map for tonight. Both teams do take a map each, with TCF taking the first map 2-0 and TMG taking Gully Wash 2-1.
Wow, that was really intense. I'm really happy it wasn't a roll.
Yeah, I'm really happy it wasn't like just standoff all the way and just tossing spam through choke kind of game.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, compared to stuff that we saw before, it just seemed messy compared to how they usually perform.
It's like the Badlands match last season. Nice in this.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know that both teams are capable of so much more. It's just that... Why? Why these two maps turned out the way they did? I mean, they did have action. They were not just boring spam fests.
Yep.
There were some botched pushes. There were some really good ones. There were some amazing back caps as well. Shout out to Comby as well as Kotori.
Oh no.
Both Solis doing extremely well. And but yeah, I mean, in terms of overall performance for both teams, it just doesn't seem like they were working together as well as they used to.
Especially that's really strange for TMG because their roster is pretty much.
Exactly that's true. Yeah.
So they don't. Quite concerning, honestly.
Yeah, they've been together, last season as well. And I mean, the Chess Foundation, they had been scrimming quite often as well, so they had the time to build up that teamwork and stuff. So I mean, it did shine through in some events, like especially CP Process. They had countless final point pushes.
Their team fights, their 6v6 fights were really good.
Yeah.
Chess.
So I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is only week 2, so there's much more to look out for.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Yeah, plenty of time. There's I don't know, like what 8 or so more weeks before we move forward and see the playoffs and stuff. So TCF getting the first map, CP Process. TMG taking the second map 2-1, and I mean, despite the scores, it has been relatively
Action-packed.
yeah, action-packed. You know, it's not despite the 30 minutes, but points not going past the number 2. You know, one would assume that both teams work for Valve and can't count to 3. But yeah, but nevertheless, good performance coming up from both teams, of course. Do you have any shout-outs you want to do, Cabbage?
Shout out to both teams for perhaps not the best TF2, but that was just very, very entertaining.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining to watch. So yeah, that is probably going to be it for tonight. That was the Chess Foundation going up against the Mighty Gibuses. Quick transition into our casting schedule for tomorrow.
Okay, can I also shout out to Indian food?
Oh,
Shout out to Indian food.
shout out to
Or make
Indian
me
food, man. Oh,
Come to
snap.
be cast late.
Om nom goodness. Right, yeah, that is going to be the schedule for tomorrow. HBZB going up against Putis is Kill. That is probably going to be another interesting match to watch. Both teams, of course, currently in the Div 1 bracket. So, definitely look forward to that. The timing for that is going to be at 8:30 tomorrow in the PM. All timings, of course, are going to be GMT plus 8. So, do look forward to that. Both teams in the Div 1 match for their Week 2 matchup. Definitely looking forward to the new scout that HBZB is going to bring in. So I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some plays from their end. Of course, Putis' Kill as well. For those of you who are unaware of their roster, one of their scouts is going to be Shinka. So that is going to be interesting.
That guy's crazy, man.
Crazy. Once again, of course, tomorrow we are going to be seeing Gully Wash again. So fingers crossed, Shinka Spy shenanigans. Yeah, so that is going to be it for tonight. So thank you all for hanging out. And congratulations to both teams for taking a map each. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow with Vedia. Vedia is going to be coming back onto the casting panel. Of course, thank you, Cabbage, for joining me tonight.
Yay. It was fun. Thanks, man.
I always appreciate it to have you on. Yeah, that is probably going to be it for tonight. So good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.
Guys.